Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a structured, incredibly exciting look at the 2026 digital economy. If you're a focused learner who just wants to cut through all the noise and hype and really demystify the AI economy into actionable, real-world business models, well, you're in the exact right place. We're going to build a concrete playbook for navigating these massive shifts.
Now, listen to this. 57% of all the work Americans do today can be automated with technology that already exists. Now, I know that sounds like a terrifying statistic, but I do not want you to see this as a threat. I want you to look at this as the ultimate opportunity. The difference between getting replaced and getting ahead, it literally just comes down to learning how to build smart systems.
So here's our game plan for today. We're going to meet your new digital worker, build some smart passive income systems, unpack the AI agent business, look at the premium prompts engineer, and finally dive into print-on-demand trends. Okay, let's dive into this.
Section 1. Meet your digital worker, from chatbots to action takers.
Look, before we start talking about making money, we absolutely have to define the tech, right? We are moving far, far beyond simple chat interfaces into the realm of true action takers. So what exactly is an AI agent? Simply put, it's a digital worker that understands your instructions and actually takes real actions to complete tasks. I really need you to internalize this. This isn't future tech. This isn't 5 years away. It's happening right now. And wrapping your head around this is the absolute foundation of the new economy.
If you're scratching your head wondering how this is any different from the chatbots we've had for the last couple of years, I love Leah Motley's brilliant waiter analogy. Think about it. A chatbot is basically like a waiter who can only recite the menu to you. We've all had that waiter, right? It gives you lots of information, but it can't actually do anything for you. An AI agent, on the other hand, is the worker who actually checks your calendar, books the appointment, and fires off the confirmation email. It executes.
And getting these agents to work behind the scenes? It's shockingly simple. They use APIs to interact and take action, but you don't need to be some master coder to set this up. To give an agent a tool, you literally just define 3 things in plain, everyday English. A description of what the tool actually does, its required inputs, like, say, a city name, and third, its expected outputs, like the weather data for that city. That's it. You're basically just explaining a job to a new digital employee.
All right, moving on to Section 2, Smart Passive Income Systems. Active setup for passive revenue.
Okay, now that we know what our digital workers are, let's talk about putting them to work and monetizing them. But first, we need to completely bust this myth that passive income means just sitting on a beach doing nothing. Let's be real. True passive income requires building smart, automated systems that grind away tirelessly while you're offline. I really want to emphasize the word build here. There is active, upfront elbow grease required to create that leverage. But man, once that system is in place, it pays dividends over and over again without your direct time investment.
So let's look at 3 super specific, low-friction models you could literally start setting up today. Number 1, selling chatbot templates to local businesses. They desperately need instant customer replies, but they have zero clue how to build them. Number 2, using AI to generate and sell high-volume stock images in trending niches. And 3, packaging your own expertise into really tight 1 to 2 hour online courses. These are incredibly smart little engines anyone can start building right now.
Section 3, the AI agent business. Packaging your expertise.
Let's kick things up a notch. If you're a coach, a consultant, or a solopreneur, platforms out there like Communipass are a total game changer. They let you package your unique methodology into a digital worker. And this number right here, 90%, illustrates exactly why this model is so disruptive. Once you finish that initial build phase, the profit margin of a paywalled AI agent sits structurally above 90%. Why? Because you aren't paying per message customer support costs. The agent handles the whole shebang.
And here's the best part. You do not need a massive audience to make this work. Looking at the actual benchmark data, even if you've got a tiny, super niche email list of just 1,000 to 5,000 people, you can plausibly expect to generate $3,000 to $6,500 in monthly recurring revenue within a year. The financial viability of this model is very, very real.
Let's move on and see exactly how this builds. Here is the 5-step sequence to launch. Step 1. You pick a hyper-specific use case, like an agent that strictly rewrites resumes. Step 2. You build it in about 8 to 20 hours using vibe coding. Now, vibe coding sounds intimidating, but it just means using conversational English, meaning you just talk to the computer until the thing works. Step 3. Set your tiered pricing with a nice little free preview. Step 4. Launch it to your warm, existing email list first. And Step 5. Keep those users around by stacking retention with a curated, constantly updated knowledge base. It's a wonderfully structured playbook.
Now,
What if you want to provide services for other people? Tools like Hostinger's OpenClaw are absolutely incredible for this. For a fixed cost of around $6 a month, you can run lead generation agents, build massive SEO content factories, or even spin up entirely customized micro SaaS products for your clients. You're basically taking the work you already know how to sell and multiplying the output. Massive leverage. Section 4. The Premium Prompt Engineer. Earning high-end consulting rates.
We are shifting gears into the high-ticket freelance world now, $200 to $400 an hour. Take a second to process that. That is the premium rate that top-tier prompt engineers are commanding right now in 2026. They're literally rivaling senior management consultants. And you might be wondering, why on earth are they getting paid that much?
Well, here's the secret. Clients are not paying that rate for someone to just do some clever typing into ChatGPT. No way. Premium prompt engineers are end-to-end system architects. They frame incredibly complex business problems. They design multi-step workflows. They rigorously evaluate safety and compliance, and they absolutely obsess over the final user experience.
So the absolutely crucial takeaway here is this. The market does not pay $300 an hour for a single prompt. It pays for a professional who owns the problem from the initial idea all the way to a fully deployed, measurable solution. If you want to command these elite rates, you've got to build a portfolio based on real-world case studies and return on investment, not just technical tricks. You are selling automation and extreme efficiency.
Finally, Section 5, Print-on-Demand Trends. Physical scaling in a digital world.
For a final playbook strategy, we're stepping into the physical realm. Print on demand is fascinating right now. You're using automation and global fulfillment networks to sell actual physical goods without ever holding a single box of inventory. Now, looking at the market share, apparel is still king. It completely dominates at nearly 40%. T-shirts and hoodies are always going to be staples. But pay close attention to that home decor category. It is growing incredibly fast. People are desperate for customized mugs, canvas prints, and functional little accessories that make their spaces feel completely unique.
So what's actually driving these sales today? It's a perfect storm of culture and technology. Shoppers are craving nostalgia and those retro Y2K aesthetics. They want deep personalization, meaning they want their own custom inputs right onto the product. And they're buying from hyper-specific micro-niches straight through social commerce integrations like TikTok Shop. To win this game, you've got to use AI design tools to rapidly iterate. You spot a cultural shift, and you meet it the moment it happens.
And guys, we can't ignore this massive shift happening right now. 80% of consumers are now willing to open their wallets wider for sustainable products. The beautiful thing about the print-on-demand model is that it naturally kills overproduction and waste because you only print what's actually ordered. If you prioritize eco-friendly materials, you are perfectly positioning your brand for the highly conscious consumer of 2026. Major profit margins right there.
Let's bring this all the way back to where we kick things off. With 57% of tasks facing automation, I want to leave you with one very real, very provocative question. Are you going to sit back and let yourself be replaced by the system, or are you going to use this playbook and actually build it? The digital economy is wide open and waiting for you. Get out there and start building.